Okay, so good morning, class. Today we will continue the same poem in which we will discuss stanza 4. Okay, so today we'll finish this poem revision part. So I would like to request the students to please take out your workbook. Okay, we are discussing question answer. So take out your workbook and please make me sure that you all have taken out and am visible and audible too. Okay. See, from stanza 3, we have discussed some questions. How did daffodils, how to do the wave. Okay. Let me check. Harshita Mishra. Harshita, do you want to ask anything?
No, ma'am. By
Okay,
mistake.
all right. See, in stanza 3, I hope some questions for left. No? 2 or 3 questions we had discussed only on that. Question number 1. See, the stanza, the waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in a such jocund company. I gazed and gazed, what little thought, what wealth to show, what wealth the show to me that had brought. Okay. How did the daffodils outdo the waves? Who will give me this response? How did the daffodils outdo with waves? Please try to take part in this revision. Okay. Only 1 or 2 students are ready to give answer. I need more participation and more. And more. Okay. Kumari Akriti Mishra.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Akriti.
Yes, ma'am. The answer would be the daffodils were more vibrant than the waves. And the daffodils danced and fluttered and tossed their heads while the waves just rippled and sparkled.
Okay. Any other please? Thank you, Akriti. We will discuss this question more. Aditya.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
The daffodils were more vibrant than the waves.
I'm not getting you.
Hello?
Speak louder.
Hello?
Aditya. Ah, yes.
Hello?
Yes, Aditya, you can speak.
How did daffodil outdo the waves? Means the poet is saying that the daffodils were more vibrant than the waves. The daffodils dance and flutters in the winds, touches the hearts of the poet, and while the waves just rippled and sparkled.
See, the daffodils, please, if you want to note down or if you want to understand, try to get it properly. Okay. The daffodils outdid with the waves in lake. How? So they seems to be dancing like human beings. If the points is somewhere missed in your answer, please try to do. So they seemed to be dancing like human beings expressing their joy and energy. See the comparison between waves and the daffodils. So they both were non-living thing, but it is representing as human being in the sense of personification, so that the quality of human being is to be somewhere mixed up with the quality of the waves, so that you have to somewhere have a competition here. See, They seem to be dancing like human beings, expressing their joy and energy with the breeze blew over them. Okay, when the breeze blew over them, whom? The flowers. But the flowers and waves seems to be in competition to show their feelings and expressions. See that in one or two lines, do not write or give your answer. This is ninth class. All the questions is to be in descriptive form. Okay. So try to give the answer in a proper way. Each and every sense should be clear. So in this way, you will write that daffodils seem to be dancing like human beings, expressing their joy and happiness, their energy when the breeze blew over them, means to the flowers. Both the flowers and the wave seem to be in competition to show their feelings and expressions. Answer is clear to everybody? Raise your hand and then make me sure that this answer is clear to everybody. When I checked some copies, some answers are completely different. Okay, what answers I do not know, you are preparing yourself. So that is, saying something else. In your answer, that dancing is somewhere clear, but how it is going to have, comparison between two things, you have to show. Okay, all right. Now we have next question. What is meant by the jocund company? Which jocund company is the poet referring to? Why does the poet find it jocund? Okay, raise your hand to give this answer. Ananya Dubey.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, it means the happy and gleeful company. Ma'am,
Okay.
jocund means happy and gleeful company. Uh, and the poet is referring to a jocund company of thousands of daffodils.
Hmm.
Ma'am, the beautiful daffodils dancing before the poet captivated him, and it made him feel happy and refreshed. So that is why he find their company jocund.
Okay. See, Ananya, things are correct in your answer. Any other want to say anything? Ali Abbas?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, the answer is the jocund company means the cheerful company. The poet is talking about the jocund company of daffodils. The poet found it jocund because the daffodils were dancing cheerfully that brought a new wealth, a cheerful kind of happiness to the poet.
Okay. Things are somewhere correct. See, jocund company means carefree and happy companion. And as well as you told that they are the things which gives us pleasure. So means carefree and happy companions. He is referring to the jocund company of the host of golden daffodils dancing in joy by the side of lake under the tree. Okay. Along with them, the waves in the lake too were dancing. Clear, by the side of the daffodils, as they were the side of the tree, side of the wave, and then after he is somewhere describing the jocund company is not only the company of the flowers, as in both the answers you both have told me. Okay, that is not only the dancing thing of the flowers. Jocund company means the company of the waves as well. Okay, see, dancing in joy by the side of the lake under the tree, along with them. The waves in the lake were too dancing. You have to also add about the waves. That was also in the company of, the jocund company. So you try to add these two things. Side of the daffodils. A poet was bound to be happy in such company. He was bound to be happy when he see the company. So that was such a jocund company of the daffodils and the waves. The poet find it jocund because they are happily and carefully dancing there. So that is why that company is to be addressed as Jocund company. Answer is clear to everybody? Okay. Try to be little active in Zoom class. Senior classes there, you should be little active. Next question. Which wealth is referred to by the poet? Explain how the wealth was brought to the poet. See, the last line of this stanza, what wealth the show to me had brought. So that wealth is to be asked in a form of question. Who will give answer? Those who know answer, try to raise your hand. See that only 3 students, this poem is very nice, we have discussed this poem, but only 3 students have participated in this revision part. Please raise your hand more. Okay, Dhruv Srivastava, somewhere added new. Dhruv. Dhruv, please unmute yourself. Maybe there is some problem with Dhruv. We'll talk to any other. Akriti Mishra.
Ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, the poet is referring to the wealth of nature. The wealth of nature. And also he explains that whenever he is in a sad mood, the beautiful sea daffodils make him happy with no money
Happy?
could bring. That no money could bring.
Okay.
And that scene of the golden daffodils make him very happy, which no money could bring happiness to him. And this is the wealth of nature.
Wealth of nature.
Hello.
Okay, let me ask you any
Yes,
other.
ma'am.
Ali. Okay, Akriti, you can mute yourself.
Yes.
Hello.
Ma'am,
the answer this is the wealth which is referred to by the poet means wealth of joy and happiness, which actually comes from the happy and fond memories when the poet saw the host of golden daffodils by the side of the lake beneath the trees.
see, this answer is correct. Akriti, that was the somewhere misconception in your answer. That was not the wealth of nature. That was the wealth of happiness, joy, and pleasure that was surrounding towards the nature. Okay. That was not the wealth of nature. That was the wealth of happiness that was around the nature. See, that was the difference between answers. You have to be very correct towards your answer, please. Try to give the answer in a way. At that point, the answer would be cut. So, Ali, you are correct. So, the wealth which is referred to here by the poet, means wealth of joy and happiness, which actually comes from and fond memories when the poet saw a host of daffodils by the side of a lake and beneath the trees. Here, the wealth that the poet has referred to is the wealth of joy bring around nature. He realizes the wealth of its joy by being away from the natural objects. Okay, which makes the poet sad and melancholic emotion. See, the worldly pleasure is what? With the help of worldly pleasure, he is not happy. Okay, so saying that these objects are somewhere not making me happy. In spite of that, the natural objects, as we have discussed one day, that how much he influenced by the nature. So the natural objects makes me happy. Okay, thank you, both of you. Next question. With reference to the above extract, state why Wordsworth can be called a nature poet. That is very easy question. We will not discuss this question. How the influence was there on Wordsworth. You can write the same answer. Next question. What is the mood of the poet in the above extract? Which line tells that he is in such a mood? Good question. Ayush Mishra will describe this question.
Hello,
Yes, Ayush.
good morning.
Good morning.
Ma'am, the poet is in a happy mood.
Mm.
The lines a poet could not be a gay in such a jocund company
Mm.
tells us that he is, was happy,
That he was happy in that particular mood.
and
Okay, clear.
why he is in that mood. Ma'am, the daffodils and the waves were happy for their happiness was infectious.
He sees the happiness of these flowers and also he also becomes that happy. Okay, correct answer. Now stanza 4. Do you want to ask any question from stanza 4? Because time is finished also. 3 minutes more we had passed. Any question from that para? Akriti Mishra?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, good morning, ma'am. Good, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning,
If you want
ma'am.
to ask any question from 4th stanza, please do.
Ma'am, the fourth question, with reference to the last two lines of the extract, state the influence that nature can have over an individual's mind.
See, with the reference to the last two lines in the extract, state the influence that nature can have over the individual. See, the same question, only the aspect of question is changed. Nature is seen in reverence light in Wordsworth poem. First of all, his relationship to nature is one of the best thing we can see in his poem. Whenever he enunciate is one of that means he represented nature, that is the divine beauty according to him. So we can see he Wordsworth recognizes how fortunate he is to have such an experience with nature. So he is as much influence. So that is why when we read Daffodils, we found a number of description of nature. So that is why with the reference of these two last line, the last line is what, see, and then my heart with the pleasures, feels and dance. See, these two lines say that how much he was influenced with that nature, that his sad mood becomes happy, and then after whenever he was in pensive mood, in vacant mood, he had the flesh of that scene, and then after becomes that scene becomes make him happy, and then after his heart also started laughing or being happiness dancing on the same place wherever he was. So that an individual mind, that an individual is referring to the poet. If poet can feel the same, any individual can have the same effect of the nature if he will see the same thing. And rest all the questions is somewhere easy. And if you have any doubt in next class, we will do. And for the next class, also we will discuss any other poem. Which poem we want to discuss after that?
Ma'am, we can, ma'am, discuss that old classical one.
Why? Which one?
Ma'am, after Blenheim.
After Brahim we will discuss. Okay, all right. Because in this in the last time the final exam, all over the syllabus things will come. So be ready for that. Okay, class. Thank you.